Good evening, everyone. I'm calling the Hingham Board of Selectmen meeting to order for May 8th, 2018. First item of business, approval of the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of May 1st, 2018.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Public comment? Hearing none. Ladies, approval and sale and issuance of bonds. Annual discussion.
Yes.
Greetings.
Good evening. Good evening. So we are here, this is Sue Nickerson, Town Accountant, myself, Jean Montgomery, Treasurer Collector. We are here for our annual, which has been our annual meeting for the last few years, to request that the board approve the issuance of a bond anticipation note. So we just completed the sale of a $10,825,426 bond anticipation note, which is just a one-year borrowing. Just to stick to the point, I'll read my little cover memo here. This morning, a competitive sale was held for the issuance of a $10.8 million one-year note in which we received 7 competitive bids. The one-year note was awarded to Bank of America Merrill Lynch for a net interest cost of 1.8%. This is a multi-purpose borrowing, which we generally do, to refinance several expenditures which are being paid down through a series of annual notes. The amounts and purposes are for Lincoln School Apartments, a capital improvement project that we're borrowing on for windows, Recreation Park Drive land acquisition, the Hingham Heritage Museum CPC grant, which was given out a couple of years ago, and we're rolling that debt over, road improvements, the purchase of the Lenar Conservation Area property, some golf carts and utility vehicles for the South Shore Country Club, and 2 sewer improvement projects, and the beginning of the design and engineering of North Fire Station, of their appropriation. These were all appropriated at various town meetings in the past. So basically, Sue and I have gone through the process. We've done the official statement. Capital Markets, our advisors, have put it out to bid. Bond Council has checked over all the documents that were circulated and put their stamp of approval on it in terms of its tax-exempt status. And the bid, we award always to the lowest net interest cost. So it's calculated by the financial advisors, and that's how it gets awarded to, this one was awarded to Bank of America Merrill Lynch, as they had the lowest net interest cost. So what we need from the Board of Selectmen would be a vote of your board to approve the issuance. And with that, we will go forward in the next week, so that on a week from Thursday, the proceeds will be delivered to the town to cover our expenses.
Thank you, Jean.
I have no questions.
So the vote was prepared by bond counsel, I believe,
Yes.
and is rather extensive, so I apologize for that ahead of time.
Yeah, appreciate that, Tom. Thank you. I have no questions either, other than a comment about, seems like a lot of money we're paying on a piece of land that it's nice to have a dormant state, but it just seems like an awful lot of money for Recreation Park.
Well, I think one of the things that, as we look at long-term capital planning, one of the things that we've talked about is looking at any assets of the town that are, any underperforming assets of the town, and whether there might be an opportunity and to repurpose that or in some fashion.
Good. Put this one on the list.
And this has deliberately been kept in short-term notes so that that option is available for you.
Yep.
You know, to see if you can turn a profit on it.
Well, and I think as we look to set our goals and look at, the opportunity to, develop some infrastructure in South Hingham, that parcel and, another parcel that the town owns, could be part of some sort of a solution as well. So, I
Yes.
think we want to understand that, and hopefully, in the goal-setting process, we'll be able to have some conversations about those things.
That would be productive.
Would you like me to read the vote?
I don't see that we have much choice,
Okay.
so.
Well, so I would just point out, because you're kind of, I understand it's a lot of money. It's, at the same time, I would point out that an interest rate of 1.8% is reflective of our AAA bond rating, of our strong financial position, the quality of our management, and that I imagine that other municipalities in the Commonwealth who are going through similar transactions are not enjoying an interest rate of 1.8%. I realize there's still borrowing involved, but
It's up a little from last year.
It's up about,
Interest rates have gone up.
we were 1.1% last year, we're the 1.8 this year, and that's right in line with what we were expecting. The short-term one-year notes from this time last year have jumped up 89 basis points, which if you tack that onto the 1.1, we would have been expecting something around 1.99%, almost 2%, and we came in at the 1.8. So while we're not really happy with, 1.8, we are
Still ahead.
proud of the fact that we're 1.8, because it's a good rate for the market that we're in right now.
Fair enough. Ready?
okay. I will make a motion to approve the sale of a $10,825,426 4% general obligation bond anticipation notes, the note of the town dated May 16th, 2018, and payable May 16th, 2019, to Bank of America Merrill Lynch at par and accrued interest, if any, plus a premium of $237,185.08. Tom, keep reading. We
Yes,
voted all
yeah,
at once, okay.
each of these four components,
Do
yeah.
we need to vote them separately?
Nope.
Okay, I would further vote that in connection with the marketing and sale of the note, the preparation and distribution of a notice of sale and preliminary official statement dated April 26, 2018, and a final official statement dated May 8, 2018, each in such form as may be approved by the town treasurer, be and hereby are ratified, confirmed, approved, and adopted. Further vote that the town treasurer and board of selectmen be and hereby are authorized to execute and deliver a significant events disclosure undertakings in compliance with SEC Rule 15C2-12 in such forms as may be approved by bond counsel to the town, which undertaking shall be incorporated by reference in the note for the benefit of the holders of the note from time to time. I further vote that we authorize and direct the treasurer to establish post-issuance federal tax compliance procedures in such form as the treasurer and bond counsel deem sufficient, or if such procedures are currently in place, to review and update said procedures in order to monitor and maintain the tax-exempt status of the note. Finally, further voted that each member of the Board of Selectmen, the town clerk, and the town treasurer be and hereby are authorized to take any and all actions and execute and deliver such certificates, receipts, or other documents as may be determined by them or any of them to be necessary or convenient to carry into effect the provisions of the foregoing votes.
Second, discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you
Always a
both.
pleasure to see you.
And there'll be documents in your office that if you could just swing by at some point and execute those, it'd be great, so I can get those back to bond counsel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cinderella date is May 16th? Okay. Okay. Moving right along. Discussion and vote to authorize the application for a municipal vulnerability preparedness program planning grant. Tom, what do we got?
So this is a state grant opportunity for help down at the harbor, trying to bring some state money back into the town, and the Municipal Vulnerability Program is an opportunity to do that. We need to meet some qualifications in order to become an MVP community, And once we are so deemed, we would then be eligible to apply for MVP grants for wharf resiliency type projects.
Mary?
Now, I've read through the documents, and I just would take this opportunity to thank the Harbor Development Committee. All the work they've done in the past several years the goal was to position the town to be able to receive and participate in grant and funding opportunities. And as a result of their great work, we have the opportunity to be considered for something like this. So appreciate all their great work.
And I'd also just call out the work that both Roger Fernandez and Mary Savage Dunham have done on preparing this program for us.
I noticed the planning board has joined in this request. 4 of its 5 members signed on to this.
Yes.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Reardon put a picture up at town meeting for you to see, which I think says more than I ever could. So this is a part of that effort to anticipate future climate conditions that seem to be upon us. So we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't make efforts to address it. I'll entertain a motion to approve the letter of support to the Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs as part of the grant application for the Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness Grant Program, and to support those efforts associated with the grant application and award.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, appointments. I'll entertain a motion to appoint John Nikitis as a special police officer effective May 9th, 2018 through April 30th, 2019.
Second.
Just before we vote on this, ladies and gentlemen, John Nikitis served on the Hingham Police Department for almost 40 years, and he recently retired. So I'd like to wish John well. I had the pleasure and privilege of working with him for a period of time, and he's a consummate gentleman, and I truly do thank him for his service. Wish both him and his family good fortune. So, discussion, hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. So,
We have a couple of contracts.
the perennial pavement.
Pavement markings.
Yes.
This is a contract with Markings, Inc. This was procured through the state bid list, which means the state did a full procurement process.
It's up a little bit.
Yes.
Same work that was done last year.
Yes.
Questions?
Nope.
Entertain a motion to sign a contract with Markings, Inc. for pavement markings as outlined in the bid package number 6. This contract is valid through December 31, 2018.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next, to approve the MWRA OP 11 or 11 application with Weston and Sampson.
So this is a contract that was approved by, in an amount that was approved by town meeting for investigating whether or not we can connect Barnes Wharf and/or the library to the MWRA sewer network.
And this is consistent with the town meeting vote?
It is.
Just happened this year. Okay. Questions?
I'm glad to see we're moving on this quickly.
Yeah, the contract is just over $50,000 and therefore out of my authority, so.
Entertain a motion to sign the MWRA OP number 11 or 11 application with Weston and Sampson.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we're down to liquor licenses. Moving right along. All right, so we've got Christina Jans on behalf of AZ Studio. I see the chief in the audience. Chief, we're good on this. See you signed off.
Yes, we are. There was some changing in that over the past several days, which has been good through the process. We've identified some stuff, and we've actually changed the venue over to the South Shore Country Club, I think.
Or the
Community
Hingham?
Center?
Community center, I'm sorry, community center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this seems a little bit more buttoned up. So I'd make a motion to approve the issuance of a special one-day wine and malt beverages license to Christina Jans on behalf of AZ Studio for the People for Puerto Rico fundraiser at the Hingham Community Center on Saturday, May 12th, 2018, from 4 to 9 p.m., subject to the approval of the Building and Fire Department.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the issuance of a special one-day all-alcoholic beverages license to Carlotta McClinton for a private function at the Hingham Community Center from Saturday, May 19th, 2018, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. I'll make a motion to approve the issuance of a special one-day wine and malt beverages license to Connor Howd, apologies if I mispronounced the name, on behalf of Main Street Market and Deli for the annual Arts Festival at Second Parish in Hingham on Friday, May 11th, 2018, from 5 to 8 p.m.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye. I would encourage everybody to attend the annual Arts Festival at Second Parish on Friday evening.
All right, Tom, anything you want to add before we briefly conclude?
Yeah, just let everyone know that the Selectmen's Cup Annual Golf Tournament will be held at the Country Club on Monday, May 14th at 1 p.m. If you'd like to register, there are still spots available and foursomes open. So just head over to the Country Club, and I'm sure someone over there can help you.
We good?
Good.
Mary?
I would just like to offer the condolences of the Board of Selectmen and everyone here at Town Hall to the Warhoftig family. Andrew Warhoftig, a 17-year-old junior at Hingham High School, lost his life over the weekend through complications. Andrew had kidney disease for a good part of his life. Today, he was remembered in a funeral mass that was supported by many people in the community. There have also been many people who have provided assistance and support to a family in just a very difficult time. So we thank the members of the school administration, Hingham High School, the police and fire department, and all members of the community for their support and their outreach to a family at a very difficult time.
Thank you. Briefly, Saturday, I joined a group of our fellow citizens who also happened to sit on the Planning Board and the Historical Commission, and Andrea Young, down in the square, where we met the sculptress Susan Laurie, who some of you may know is the sculptress behind the statues at the Hingham Library, St. Paul's Church, and most notably the bust of Herbert Foss, which is now at the Intermodal Center. And the reason behind our gathering was to explore potential sites with respect to the construction and erection of a statue honoring Major General Benjamin Lincoln, who is perhaps one of the most famous citizens of this town. He accepted the sword of Cornwallis at the Battle of Yorktown during the Revolutionary War. So it was a very pleasant morning down there, and we were treated to a tour very generously offered by Charles and Rose Woodward, who, it's my understanding that Rose is a descendant of General Lincoln and lives in the house on North Street. And it was truly a passage back in time to walk through. They're very gracious in letting us see that. So this is a continuing effort. Our town historian was joining us there as well. I neglected to add him as part of all this. But to me, this is a positive opportunity. You know, if this comes to bear, to fruition, we'd have an opportunity to recognize you know, our history and I think it also is a positive way to generate some enthusiasm for the town generally, so. Stay tuned, and with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Aye, and good
Good
night.
night.